Assalamualaikum. So today we will explain problem-based test and presentation subject DFS40043 Information Security Management. So we will present this slide to our medium is medium TS teacher Muhammad Zaisman. So here is our group members. First is my friends SYAZWANI BINTI Muhammad SALLEH 25DDT21F1087, and then my name is INTAN BAIZURA bin KASSIM 25DDT22F1094. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So I will start with 1.0 introduction. Recent data security and student highlight vulnerability in Malaysia Airlines English Program Program, necessitating proactive risk management strategies and cooperation security protocols, third-party arrangement, and regulatory compliance to safeguard operation and customer trust. So basically, our slide of program-based test is about Malaysia Airlines English program. So recently, there was a problem with the security of Malaysia Airlines English program. This means that some unauthorized people might have access information that should have like passenger personal detail or their point. So to fix this, Malaysia Airlines need to take action to make sure it doesn't happen again. So this is the report analysis, the problem and how to solve step by step. Okay, so I will pass to SYAZWANI to explain another slide.
I'm SYAZWANI, so I will explain about my part, which is purpose of the risk management plan. So first, the recent data security incident underscores the critical importance of a robust risk management plan. Such incidents can have far-reaching consequences for both the organization and its stakeholders. Second, a well-developed risk management plan enables effective crisis response, ensuring clear communication and transparency during times of crisis. Clear communication and transparency as demonstrated by Malaysia Airlines prompt notification of engaged members about the data security incident, keeping stakeholders informed and providing guidance on necessary action minimize the impact of the incident and maintains trust in the organization brand. Next, a risk management plan is essential for identifying, assessing and mitigating potential risks to the organization's operations, asset and reputation. As data privacy regulation become more strict, organizations must demonstrate their commitment to safeguarding personal information. Other than that, maintaining trust in the organization's brand through prompt action and transparent communication is a key aspect of effective risk management. Lastly, it helps anticipate threats and proactively address vulnerabilities to minimize the likelihood of significant incident occurring. Next, I will explain process. So the process is first, recognize potential threats to the project such as data security breaches. Number 2, evaluate the likelihood and potential impact of the risk on the project. Number 3, take action to reduce the likelihood or impact of the risk, such as enhancing data security measures. And other than that, number 4, inform stakeholders about the risk and the steps being taken to address it, including affected parties like engaged members. And lastly, continuously monitor the situation and assess the effectiveness of risk mitigation measures.
Okay, thank you SYAZWANI. I will explain another slide. It is about 1.3 risk identification. So the first one, managing change, is vital for Malaysia Airlines resilience and security. Malaysia Airlines need to adapt to new situation to stay strong and secure for another threat. The second one is monitoring involves assessing internal and external factors. They have to keep an eye on both inside and outside things that could affect them. So the third one is effective control mitigate risk associated with change. They need to put good rules in place, help reduce the change or bad thing happening because of change. So the fourth one is proactive measure include enhancing cybersecurity and data protection. They should take a step before problem occur, like making their online system more secure. So the last one is reporting ensure transparency and accountability. National Airlines should be open about what they are doing to fix problem and be responsible for their action. So for the figure 1 is about risk management process. There are 4. First, we need to identify risk. Second, we need to assess risk. And then Third, we need to control risk, and fourth, we need to review controls. So I will pass to another slide to SYAZWANI to explain more.
Thank you so much, Intan, for the explanation. So, I will explain medium about risk analysis. So, as medium can see on our slide, we got at least 3 points. So, first, duration of exposure. The data compromise occurred over a span of nearly a decade, from March 2010 to June 2019, increasing the likelihood of widespread impact as more individuals may have been affected over time. Even though Malaysia Airlines assures the itinerary and payment card information remains secure, the bridge still underscores the importance of robust data protection measures and oversight of third-party IT service providers. Number 2, regulatory compliance. The incident may trigger legal and regulatory consequences, necessitating compliance with data protection law and potential penalties for non-compliance. And lastly, data breach exposure. The incident poses a risk of exposing personal information of NH members, including names, contact detail, and frequent flyer data, potentially leading to identity theft, phishing attacks, and other forms of fraud. Because of that, cyber criminals could impersonate members or exploit their information for illicit purpose. Next, I will explain risk response planning, threat risk. So, Malaysia Airlines need to do 4 things, which is they need to avoid, they need to accept, they need to mitigate, and they need to transfer. So first, avoid. Malaysia Airlines should consider avoidance by truly getting and selecting third-party IT service providers with robust security measures. Number 2, accept. Malaysia Airlines need to acceptance involve acknowledging that despite preventive measures, data breach may still occur. Number 3, mitigate. Malaysia Airlines should focus on enhancing cybersecurity measures, conducting regular security audit, implementing multi-factor authentication, and providing comprehensive employee training. And lastly, they need to do transfer. The airline can transfer some risk by purchasing cybersecurity insurance. Next, I will pass to Intan to explain her part.
Okay, for another slide is about 1.0 risk monitoring, controlling and reporting. So I will explain monitoring first. Monitoring serves as the foundation for track and shift in the risk landscape. Track and shift in risk better by using internal and external influence help the airline stay ahead of emerging threats and regulatory change. So next is controlling. Effective control mechanisms are essential for mitigating risk associated with change. So what is it? Implementing effective control mechanism ensure that change are managed in such a manner, minimizing the risk of unintended consequences of vulnerability. So the lastly is reporting. Reporting mechanism promote transparency and accountability. Transparent reporting keeps stakeholders informed about proposed change and associated risks, resulting in informed decision making and alignment with organization objective. So for the figure 3 that have in the right slide is step in controlling hazards and threats or risks. So the first one is identify hazards. Second, assess risk. 3, implement control, and 4, check control. So another slide is about question 2. We need to drafting policies and standards. So the first one policy is information security policy, and my team will choose question area is information technology IT. So the purpose for policy 1 is the policy outline the measure and further necessary to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the organization information asset. So the first standard is a user must be assigned unique login credential and access right must be granted based on the principle of privilege or disprivilege. So this is about access control. Every user needs their own login detail and access right should be limited to what is necessary for their role, following the principle of disprivilege. It prevents unauthorized access. So the second one is all sensitive data, both address and its transit must be encrypted using untrusted standard encryption algorithm. The second one of standard is about data encryption. So it's the encryption was standard for policy 1. Sensitive information should It includes both restore and retransmitted. This adds extra layer of security, making it difficult for unauthorized user to access. So the third point and the last time for standard ISO is firewall instruction detection for implementation system. A regular vulnerability assessment must be implemented to protect the organization network infrastructure. So this is focused to network security. Implementing firewall instruction detection, implementation system, and regular vulnerability assessment safeguard the network infrastructure. Firewall features heavy instruction to executable use policy. But the purpose of this policy, policy 2 is this policy define the executable use of the organization and the resource to ensure productivity, security, and compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. So we have three standards that I will explain. So the first one, IT resources, including hardware, software, and network, may only be used for legitimate business purpose. So this is why we focus as resources use. IT resources, including hardware, software, and network, should only be utilized for legitimate business purpose, ensuring efficiency and security only. So the second standard is users are responsible for self-identifying, adhering to security policies, and reporting any suspected security. So this is point to user responsibility. So users are accountable for writing their login credential, following security policy, and promptly reporting any suspected security incident. So the last thing and the third one is accessing any private to a non-related website, downloading unauthorized software, and engaging in activity that may compromise network security are strictly prohibited. So this is focused to internet usage. Users must refrain from accessing any private or non-related website, downloading unauthorized software, and engaging in activity that could jeopardize network security. So SYAZWANI will be explained in another slide.
For the policy 3, IT asset management policy. For the purpose, this policy establishes guidelines for the acquisition, use, and disposal of IT assets to optimize resource utilization, minimize risk, and ensure compliance. So, for the standard, we got 3 points. First, an up-to-date inventory of all IT assets, including hardware, software license, and peripheral, must be maintained. Number 2, standardized procedures must be followed for the acquisition of IT assets, including vendor evaluation, budget approval, and documentation of purchase. Number 3, IT assets must be tracked and monitored throughout their life cycle to facilitate inventory management and asset tracking. So, for the conclusion, effective response to project risk requires proactive identification, strategic planning, clear communication, continuous monitoring, and post-incident evaluation. By following these steps, organizations can better manage and mitigate potential threats, safeguarding their project and stakeholders against adverse outcomes. So that's all from us. Thank you so much, video, for watching.